Everyone, I'm standing in front of our Cadillac CTS. It's a third generation vehicle, and because of that, we've had some issues with parts. So I'm going to explain one of them. The sprayers for the windshield wipers started acting up. So we tried to figure out what was causing it. We determined that I had put something in the reservoir that had something in it that it didn't like, and it had clogged it. We checked all the tubes, we cleared everything out, and got down to the fact that we needed to mess with the pump. Well, we started going online to find out where the pump was and how to access the pump, and everything that we were finding online was talking about a second generation and that the pump was up in the front. The pump is not up in the front, the pump is in the back here. And I'm going to show you now how we got down there, how we accessed the pump, and how we fixed it. Okay, fortunately, when we came to do this project, we had already taken the tire off because we were changing the struts. So what you need to do is take the tire off. You're going to need a flat screwdriver to take, I'm sure you all know, take the little clips out. There's one here, there's one back here, and there's one up here. I've already taken those out. We only took half of them out because we're going to bend this back instead of taking the entire thing out. We found that works better. So we need to take this off, and like I said, you'll need a 10 Torx. Okay, now we need to pull this back. Gonna help me? Just like that. Okay. There are two 10mm bolts. There's one down here and there's one up there. That, if you take those out, allows the reservoir to move around so that you can get to the pump. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to pull out the tube, and you're going to squeeze the two fluffy little mounds and pull the tube out. Oh my goodness, it squirted all over. You're going to pull the electrical cords out of the way. Okay. And if you look with the flashlight towards the back, towards the bottom of the reservoir, you will see inside the reservoir there is a little indentation, and that's where your pump is sitting. Okay, so then you take a flat screwdriver, a rather long one, and you slide it back in there and get it behind the motor, and then you're going to push it out and pivot the hose at the same time that you're pushing out the motor. You're going to pivot the hose to a right angle, and you're going to give the motor a push with the screwdriver. If you're low on fluid and the motor won't run, disconnect the sensor and it'll trick it into thinking that you have fluid so that you can test it. You're going to have to pull the motor out. Okay, you're going to have to reach back and pull the motor out at a 12-degree angle. But you'll have to be careful because there's a rubber grommet at the bottom of the motor that it is sitting in. Once you get it out, you can bring it out here, you can test it, you can clean it, you can make sure it works. Or you can exchange it. But the real problem arises when you go to put it back in. Hopefully you have somebody that has small hands. Mr. B did it with 2 screwdrivers and just manipulated it back into the slot that it sits in and pushed it down onto the little rubber grommet after we found it because it fell out. Now, to make your day wonderful, test everything before you put it back together. Test the entire system, turn the car on, squirt everything, do everything, and make sure that the whole thing works. And then in reverse order, put everything back together. That's it. Have a nice day.